Today we are going to be tackling the steering stem bearings down here and up here. Why I'm doing that today is yesterday I had replaced the fork seals with SKF seals and dust kit, and I forgot that my steering stem was making an awful noise. So this is a 2002 Yz250, and this first segment we're going to be tearing down the front end, and I'm going to be showing you guys step by step how to do so. And then we're going to take the steering stems off, take the old bearings off, and wait for the new ones to come in. First things first, first and foremost, let's put us a lip pillar in. And the first few steps we're going to be doing is taking off the fork covers, the brake assembly, and the brake line assembly, and yeah, so we're going to start off by doing that. Take the fork covers off, and these are 8mm bolts. Just trying to keep everything organized. Take that off. Try not to damage anything. Don't be too rough. But you know how it goes. Stuff happens. Let's go back to the other one. Take that off. Crack them off. And that one's stripped somehow, some way. It's always something, guys. You know how it goes. That's just the way of wrenching. And now we are going to take off the brake assembly right here. Take the brake off, and then take our mount off right there. Get you guys set up. Make sure you fellas can still see. And I believe these are 10s and these are 12s. So yeah. We got that stuff handy. 10 and 12. Swap that off. We'll get the 10 first. And one thing I like to do when I am disassembling stuff, I'll just put it back in its spot, or I'll put it back in its slot. But here I like to do here, so you guys can really do whatever. Just make sure you guys are keeping track of all your things, because it ain't fun losing stuff, I'll tell you that. Crack that loose. Crack that one loose. Don't fall. You don't want your brake line hanging like this, because you don't want to have to replace it. So we're going to kind of stick it right there for a sec. We'll stick it on our drill. That'll work. So yeah, I already know where these go, so I'm not going to be putting them back in. Like I said, I just did the fork seals yesterday, so yeah, I already know where everything goes. Next in line, we're going to take this, take it off our mounting bracket. Take that off, take that off. Slide this off like so. Hang that on the wheel again. Put this back in here. And put it aside. Next, we are going to get a bungee cord and stick this on. Oh, no! Actually, I have bungee cords right here from yesterday. So we're just going to feed this up. Give us some slack. We're going to take this around. Actually, take it this way. And just do something like this. just like that. You don't want to kink this up too much. Here is a, it's almost at like a 30-degree angle for when it comes down. You don't want to kink it up too much because that can damage your line. Next up, well, we have our 12 on here. We're going to crack these 4 bolts loose, and we're going up. That's a 10. We're going to do the far one on this side first. Just crack it loose, and then we're going to come over here on the far side, crack that loose, come back on this side, crack that loose, come back over here, and crack that loose. Reason doing so, you're going to release pressure evenly. And then we're going to come back to the workbench. I believe this is a 22 millimeter and this is a 19 millimeter Allen key. I don't have a 19 millimeter Allen key, and I couldn't find one for the life of me in any auto parts store. So here we have a lug nut that's 19 millimeter, I believe. It's off my Ford Ranger, and we're going to grab some vice grips and just stick it in and hold it so we can release the other side. Stick that in there like so. Grab our 22 millimeter and crack it loose, lefty loosey. And hold this side. Hopefully the black doesn't come off the stand. Because it doesn't want to steady it. Oh, that's not going to work. Oh, we're spinning. Alright. Let's try that again. Lefty loosey. See how that just wants to spin. There we go. And there she is. Take that nut off. We can slide this out. Set that off to the side. We're gonna grab our rubber mallet, which is covered in fork oil, and we're just gonna give it some love taps. And we'll take our flathead butt, hit it out some more, and then we'll carefully just hit it out. And that is out. Take that off, set it to the side. Pull our wheel up and slide our axle out. Now we're going to slide this back in like so. You don't want to lose these spacers right here. If you lose them, your wheel will not sit properly. Put our nut back on and put our wheel to the side. Alrighty, back to the impact. Now these are 10s. So what we're going to do is come to the top of our triple clamp, take the first one out, take the other one out, and the bottom one. Your forks are going to slide out. Be careful they don't fall out. Don't want to damage these. These are expensive. Set those off to the side. And this one's going to be a pain. For some reason, this one doesn't like to slide in and out. As easy. So now, all we have to do is take our bar mounts off, and then we're going to crack our head stem nut loose. So this is a 6mm Allen key driver bit. Crack them loose. That was not tight. And be careful because our brake assembly is still on the bike handlebar. Take that off. Take that off. Set them aside. And for this, you can just set that there for right now. Now we're going to take our front fender off, which I believe is a 10 or a 12. I can't see it. And it's a 10. Alright. Guys, know the drill. Set it off to the side. We're actually just going to stick these back in. Don't cross thread. And there we go. Now for the fun part. I need to find a big enough socket for our head stem nut. Not sure if this will work, but we do have less play, and I'm going to try and crack it free. Do not tell me that was that loose. Guys, you have got to be joking. Don't tell me it was that loose. And it was. That is insane. That could be my problem, but I don't think it is. Alright. You, my guy, are in the way. Oh! That's what you not want to do. Brake caliper assembly just hit the boat. So yeah, we're going to get in here and see what's going on with these bearings. It's just making an awful noise. So I need to do something with you. So I think I'm just going to slide you on the foot thing. I forget what the tool called, but there's a special tool for this nut. It's a locking nut. Right there. Alrighty, fellas. So after some playing around, heating it up, using different tools, we cracked it loose. I think that heat helped a lot, to be honest. Slide that off, and I think, yeah. So our bearings don't look terrible, I won't lie to you. they are greased, as you can see. So, I don't know what was going on in there. So, yeah, this doesn't look terrible. It's well greased still. The race still looks good. There's plenty of grease in there. I don't know what was making that noise. Although they look good, but they don't spin good. Is this the race in here? This thing wants to pop right out. I don't know, guys. But it's whatever. I still ordered new ones. Where's our rags at? Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure. I'll add a clip of the noise it was making. I will do that. Because it's not hot. Not hot. So, bearings look good, top and bottom. One thing I'll say is our head stem nut was extremely loose. I think that could have caused up and down play because, like I said, it was making a terrible and I thought it was going to be undergreased, the bearings were torched, so on and so forth. But I'm not gonna lie, they look good. I am going to continue to break it down, take the top bearing out, take the bottom race out, take the top race out, because I did order new ones. There's no point to run it when I got new parts on the way. Only reason I would run it is if I run into circumstantial problems, because I got plans this weekend to ride. We're supposed to be making a track at my buddy's house with this tractor. And yeah, replaced the fork seals, and I got on the bike, rode around the neighborhood, and I was hearing I will put that in the video. So we're going to continue to break it down. Alright, let's continue on. So we're going to get these races out. By doing so, we're just going to hammer a little bit evenly on each side. And not do that until the freakers slide out. Alrighty guys, a little bit of an update. It's been a few days. And let me just break down what was going on. So I was waiting on the new bearings, and while I was doing that, I had to get the bottom race out, and that took me, oh, I just burned myself. That took me a while because that thing was jammed in there, and it just took me a while. It took me almost 2 days to get that out because hammering and hammering, you know how that goes. But let me show you guys here. I'm going to be reusing that race because it is good to go. But here's what this one looks like. It's not fully seated because, like I told you guys, it was taking me a long time. But yeah, new race is in the bottom. And this took me a while to get off, guys. That race on the bottom of the steering stem was a pain, like a pain, guys. And I'll show you what I was doing. So at first, I had my hammer and my screwdriver, and I was just hammering it down. Nothing. So then we pulled the Dremel out with the blade on there. I broke all of the blades off, and here, I don't know if I can touch it yet, but I'll be able to show you guys how much damage I did to this race. Okay, so there, I inserted a cut, nothing. Then I started to go on the other side because I was like, if I cut it in half, maybe it'll just come apart. Let's see if I can spin it. There's the other side. No luck. And it's like, why can't anything ever go right in the garage? But I'll show you what finally worked. This is why they say buy the right tools when you're doing jobs like this. So we got our torch out and torched the living heck out of it, and we took a crayon, because I've seen this in other mechanic videos. Stuck bolts, melt a crayon up inside the crease, and that will help it slide out. And then we got our chisel right here, and I was hammering it, and I seen the littlest crack, like that small, and I'm like, oh my gosh, guys, we're there. So I kept hitting it, and it finally came off. So what I'm gonna do now is get the race off, attempt to slide the new one on, and I'll let you guys know from there. Alrighty, we have switched to a new method. I was on YouTube scrolling a little bit, and we have the vise just snug on the old race, and basically the idea is to pound on the top and drive that down. So let's see. Alrighty folks, this is the finished product. ChatGPT told me the wrong bearing, so I was trying to force the wrong bearing on there, and that is the right bearing. The bigger one goes on bottom, smaller one up top. Who would have known, It's like chat never tells you the right stuff sometimes. But we're gonna slide this in. I'll show you guys a little bit. I'm not gonna bore you guys too much about putting it back together. Alrighty, so we have the bike put back together, and everything's operating smoothly. Although I need to tuck that down or something. Yeah, that's supposed to be rain over here. Dang it. But anyway, we had to swap the plastics to blue. I'm putting those back to white, and yeah, thing went pretty smoothly. Putting it back together, but this kind of was a nightmare of a job, especially when all your special tools is a vise and hammer, screwdriver, and this was not fun, guys. So if I could recommend anything to you guys, that would be buying the right tools for the right job. It always pays off in the long run. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And that's about it.